Hello, and welcome to the Act 6 Leadership and Scholarship Initiative Essay Tips video. This is just some quick tips, some do's and don'ts, and maybe tries and try not to's to help you get the most out of your Act 6 application. For Act 6, you're going to be completing 4 essays. Each essay is only 500 words maximum, so you can't write more than 500 words. But then again, that's not a lot of space. Hopefully these tips will help you be really concise, to really help you get the best parts of your personality and who you are as a student and as a leader across on paper. Okay, let's talk about some of the things you definitely want to do in your Act 6 application and definitely want to do for any college essay that you're writing. First, know the limits of your essay. Is there a word count? For Act 6, you can only write 500 words, no more than 500 words. If you put in 501 words, the application will delete that last word, so make sure that you observe the word count. Are there any formatting things that you should pay attention to? Some applications require you to have a heading, require you to use a certain type of font. For Act 6, I would recommend that you write your essay in a Word document and then copy and paste your essay into the application. Formatting doesn't really matter for us, but we want to make sure that all parts of your essay are inside of the application when you're ready to submit. And then make sure that you pay attention to any other formatting things. Applications will give you criteria for how to write your essay, so make sure you pay attention to all of those things and make sure that your essay meets all of those criteria. Another thing you definitely want to do, start your essays early. Our application, aside from the essays, doesn't take very long. You could get through the entire Act 6 application, everything except for the essays, in maybe 30 minutes if you had all the materials ready. But the essays take a lot of time figuring out what stories you want to tell, what you want to share. So the sooner you get started, the better. You should read your questions really closely. Take note of parts of the question that use the word and parts of the application that use the word or. Those are two different questions, right? Do you like cats or dogs? That asks you to make a choice. Do you like cats and dogs? Which is a grouping. Do you care about both of these things? Make sure you're paying attention to those parts too. And take some time to break down the question. You want to make sure that you answer all parts of the question. Some parts of the Act 6 application essays have 2 parts of the question, maybe even 3 parts of the question. So highlight what those are and make sure you answer them in your essay. And then you also want to stick to the question. Don't go off on a tangent. You only have 500 words. You want to make sure that you have enough space and time to answer the question that's being asked. You should use an outline to get all of your ideas out and organized before you start actually writing your essay. So even if you break down the question into pieces and answer each one of those pieces and then put them in order however you want, that's perfect. But I highly recommend using an outline. It's a good practice for college and a good way to make sure that you cover everything you need to While you're writing your essay, ask yourself whether you are showing and telling, right? So if we ask you, are you a leader? What's your leadership like? Don't just say, oh yeah, I'm a leader. I lead all the time. Give us some concrete examples. Share some stories from your time in high school that help us understand what your leadership is like. So instead of saying, I'm a leader, I lead all the time, you might say, I've been in a leadership role every year I've been in high school. Or I've had one leadership opportunity, but I've really dived into it and I can see how my community has grown because I've been a part of this opportunity. And you want to make sure that you talk about yourself, not other people. Oftentimes, we have students who will talk about their grandparents, talk about their high school and things that they've accomplished, but we really want to hear about you and your perspectives. And then finally, get help for your essay. Ask other people to review your application, to review your essay. Ask some other people to help you with spelling and grammar if that's not a strength of yours. And if you're having some issues figuring out material or figuring out stories for your essay, ask for insights from close friends and mentors. Go to your favorite teacher and say, hey, how have you seen me use my perspective or my gifts or my strengths to get through the material in your class? Ask your friends, what do you think are the best qualities about myself? Or what do you think is really unique about me that'll help me when I'm in college? All of those are excellent things to do to help you with your Act 6 essays and any other college essays you're working on.